Hello everybody, Dave. Today we're going to talk about social media. This is part 3. I realize that we're going to run out of fingers if I keep on using my hands like this. Welcome to part 3 of how to learn Irish online and how you can keep fostering the Irish language as you go about your daily business on the interwebs. So, as I said, we're going to be talking about social media, Úna-Minh enough. And we're basically going to talk about what you can do online and how you can even change your social media to be in the Irish language. So let's get started. So we're going to start with the website that I'm most familiar with since I've spent a ridiculous amount of time on it, and that is Twitter, which I've been on since 2009. Okay, so Twitter is really great. I use Irish on Twitter every day. And why it's so wonderful is that you can access all these great Irish speakers and tweeters online super easily. One quick way to look for them is through using the hashtag Gaeilge, or you can also go to a really cool website called indigenous-tweets.com, and you can see a list of all the people who use the Irish language the most. So if you head on over there, you go and scroll, look for Gaeilge, which is basically indigenous-tweets.com/GA/, and you will find a massive list of all the people who use the Irish language, predominantly on Twitter. And that's really great if you're just looking to really immerse yourself within the Irish language. I am sadly further down the list on that list because I tend to tweet quite bilingually, but I am there, I swear. So yes, that is one way that you can use Twitter to your advantage. And I guarantee by following those people, you will discover even more people who you can enjoy and interact with online. The second thing that you should note is that you can change your Twitter to be Oscailin, which is great. So you can change the whole interface to be in the Irish language. It is still technically in beta, but it's been in beta for quite a long time. So if you want to change it, I recommend just doing this on the desktop because it's easier. You go to More, Settings and Privacy. Then you go to Data and Permissions, which is on the far right, Display Language, and you can click in there and scroll down to the Irish language, which is Irish (beta) and then Gaeilge, and then you just save it. Now it may take a while to get used to because it does change everything quite quickly, but if you're like me and you've been using Twitter very regularly, it'll be like second nature to you to use. The second social media I want to talk to you about is Facebook, and Facebook, like Twitter, can also be changed into the Irish language in its settings, and it's super easy to do that. All you have to do is go into Language and Region in your settings, change it from whatever language you have at the very top of the screen. You'll find Gaeilge there, no problem. Save it and you're done. Now, weirdly enough, not everything is translated in this version, but most of the things are, and you'll get a good idea of what Facebook is meant to look like in the Irish language. Also, there are many Facebook groups and pages that you will find on that social network. All you got to do is just search for them in the search bar, and the two most popular ones that tend to come up are Gaeilge Vaughan and also Duolingo Gaeilge. So you are sorted. Okay, the next social media that we're going to move on to is Instagram. Instagram unfortunately does not have a functionality for the Irish language, even though it's owned by Facebook. So fingers crossed they will change it up in the future. Now, that's how it is as of right now when I'm recording, which is in spring 2020. So maybe when you're watching this, they might have it. But that doesn't mean that there isn't any Irish to be found on Instagram. In fact, there's plenty. So there are a few things you can do. You can search for, again, using the hashtag Gaeilge to find loads of people who are posting up stuff in the Irish language and to find videos. And also there are some locations in Ireland that will actually let you tag them in the Irish language as well. So it doesn't have too much at the moment, but there are still ways and means to find the Irish language online. And I'm not going to list all the people who are using Instagram to foster their love for the Irish language, because there are many. So have browse, enjoy, and that is how you can use Instagram. Reddit is another website that you can also change into the Irish language. You have to kind of go about it in a weird sort of way. So first of all, you need to go to the old version of the website, which is old.reddit.com. Then you go on to preferences, and in the options tab at the very top of the page you'll see interface language, and you'll be able to change that from whatever language to Gaeilge. That's the word you need to look out for, and then things are changed over. Now again, like Facebook, for some reason not everything has been translated, so we will see things that are in English. Then what happens is that you can either choose to use the old version of Reddit, but if you can also switch over to the new version of Reddit where some of the words are also translated. It's not perfect, but I'm hoping down the line, like the other websites, that they will eventually have a full Irish language interface. So fingers crossed. It is also worth noting that you can also have WhatsApp in the Irish language, but to do this is slightly different. You can't change it through the actual app itself. You have to go onto your phone's system settings. Now this mightn't be the case for every phone, but I know that you can definitely change the language on Android and iPhone. So you have to go, as I said, into the system settings. I'll put a link in my description with exactly how to do that, because I can't really show it on screen because you'll see all my contacts, and I don't want that, frankly. Finally, and I know it's not social media, but millions and millions of people use it every day, and we might as well mention it here. Gmail. You can change your Gmail to the Irish language, and it's super easy to do. All you gotta do is click the cog button on the top right of your screen, go to settings, it's the first tab in general, there you find the language, and you go down to Gaeilge, you hit it, you save it, and that's that. So, Tosula Gungwin Shivsha Sut Asan Bishsa. Just so you know, I'm not on TikTok. I was briefly, and then I just had to click out because I couldn't figure out what to do with it. But Gaeilge is searchable on that hashtag Gaeilge. It has over 12.6 million views. A lot of them tend to be in English, but it is worth browsing if you are on TikTok and you enjoy that sort of thing. I will have more videos to add to this series very, very soon. Gurm Mila Magriv August Slán Gafol.